Hello everybody, welcome back to CM42 TV. Welcome back to another video today, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going back to our roots here on the channel. I guess on the channel, yeah, but just in my whole YouTube existence. Going back to the wrestling collection style videos. I'm going to be showing you my classic wrestling magazine collection today. This was a big deal for me back in the day. Not just magazines, but all wrestling things in general. And when I say back in the day, I mean in my childhood when I was madly buying these things, but also back in the day of YouTube, where like wrestling was my #1 priority on the channel. And although we kind of made a transition over to movies and the podcast and now reaction videos and that sort of thing, we still, obviously, there's always a home for pro wrestling on CM42 TV. There will always be that wee sort of niche there, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So the story behind this one is, I was looking through this folder here, and in fact not this particular folder because this is a new folder that I bought for this, but I was looking through a folder and I stumbled upon this. This is my WrestleMania 17 magazine, right? Now it's kind of beat up and it's kind of like wee bit ripped and all that stuff, just because it's kind of been worn down through the years. I don't know why I'm doing the thing, but there it is here in all its glory, the WrestleMania 17 Collector's Magazine that I got God knows how many years ago. Definitely didn't get it in 2001 because I was far too young at the time. I don't even know if I knew what magazines were back then. But I got it at some point over the years. Let's find a good picture in this autograph section. There's a couple of tag teams there. We've got the Dudleys, we got Too Cool, classic. Yeah, so I found this and I was like, that's interesting, let's continue looking in there. Perry Saturn, whatever happened to him? And then also I found these things here, without me ripping anything. I found this WrestleMania 25 magazine, Jeff Hardy. Another WrestleMania 25 magazine with John Cena on the cover, and the same magazine but with Triple H on the cover. And the collector's edition of WrestleMania 25 in it. Because at that moment, I remember that I was insane when I was a child, that I bought the same magazine 3 times and another WrestleMania magazine. But it was a collection thing, you know, it was part of being a collector. You know, there was 3 different covers to get, and as a wrestling collector, I was like, well, I have to get all 3, obviously. And I spent about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, looking through these in the WrestleMania 17 magazine, just kind of reading them. And I feel as if it was maybe for the first time I was ever reading them. Because when I was younger, I would flick through them like mad, but I would never really pay attention. I'd look at all the kind of the cool trivia things and the Q&As and the match reviews and all that stuff. But I never sat down and properly read what they were saying. Like, it took me until I was older to realise that it was actual people like reporting on WWE in a kayfabe kind of way in magazines such as WWE Magazine and Raw Magazine and SmackDown Magazine and that sort of thing. And then I found a bunch of old fighting spirits. I'll get to them in a second. I'm going to try and do this and show you everyone I've got here, and I'll take the camera off. But I found this folder here. This is one of the actual folders I had stored away in the loft above my head as we speak. And it was just a bunch of FSMs, Fighting Spirit magazines. This is the most recent one. Not the most recent one, but the most recent one I've got. We got Roman on that one, Hogan on that one. We got Orton and Bryan there. That one, that's the 100th issue. That would have been from a good couple of years ago. But so I realised that I found these and I was like, oh my god, and I just spent hours looking through them again. And I was like, you know, this is becoming a thing now. And I enjoy looking at the classic ones so much. I kind of wanted to look online and have that sort of wrestling collector block in my mind, and it's like all you see is like tunnel vision in it as a, you know, this, it doesn't even need to be wrestling, but you see something that you're interested in, you're a collector at heart, you see something from your past or that you've found that you've not seen in ages, you really get into it again, you get that hook, and you're like, must buy more, must buy more. And I did. I bought a few more classic wrestling magazines. Then I remembered, I'm not going to be able to find these right now, but then I remembered I had an old Undertaker magazine from right after WrestleMania 13 that I got at Comic-Con one year, and an old WWF magazine with The Rock on the cover from, you know, 1999 or something. So I found them as well, and for a long time I've kind of had in the back of my mind that I wanted to start some form of collection again. I loved collecting when I was younger. I still collect things, but not as like a hobby anymore. I just get them when I see them, like the Blu-rays and the movies and stuff. I'll just get them whenever I see them for a good price, or if there's one that I particularly want, I'll just get them. And when I'm on holiday, when I go away places, I like to kind of get some souvenirs from the place I'm at. You know, I always collect a hat, you know, whether it be a snapback or a baseball cap or something like that. Just get some form of hat. Like I got an Orlando City one last year when I was in Orlando. I've got a bunch of Chicago Bulls hats, things like that, and wrestling ones. And I also like collecting shot glasses, like from places I've visited as well, which is the sort of like the ultimate touristy sort of thing. And those are the only collections that I have now. Of course, I buy, you know, other things like t-shirts and things, but it's never like a collection. So I kind of wanted to get back into collecting something, just something obscure. Do you know what I mean? So I had a wee bit of an epiphany, and I said, you know what I could do then? I could make wrestling magazines a collection again, whether it be new ones that come out like from Fighting Spirit or WWE Magazine. I don't even know if they do WWE Magazine anymore, but I know they still do Fighting Spirit and a few others, I guess. And even if I can find some collectibles, you know, online or at mad, you know, charity shops or even Comic Cons again if I ever go to them. So I'll show you the new ones that I got, the new classic magazines that I picked up, and then I'll kind of show you the ones I already have. Another anecdote to this sort of collection story is I thought, well, maybe you know, WWE magazines and wrestling magazines in general is a bit generic. So what if I just got one particular style? And I thought, right, I'll just collect ones with Undertaker on the cover. So I got this one, which was pretty cool. This one was off of eBay for a couple of quid. This is June '99 WWF magazine. I am who I am when fiction becomes reality. And it's, you know, it's a wee bit beat up and whatever, but it was really cheap and it's old. £2.60 this was back in the day. The world's #1 wrestling magazine, WWF. So I got this one and I thought, you know, I could collect Undertaker magazines. I got another one, like a really early Undertaker one. Yep, this one here, WWF magazine from January '93 with Taker and Nails on the cover, which is a great cover. Totally random. It just fascinates me. See, looking at these covers and reading through them written in kayfabe, like what were they thinking at the time? What were they planning? You know what I mean? It's just that it really, really fascinates me and it's something that I believed, you know, and I still believe I can get into properly collecting. And then I thought there's so many ones out there online and stuff with like really cool covers and cool editions and stuff, and I have a bunch already collected that aren't Undertaker ones. So I just thought, right, we'll just make a generic sort of collection. Here we have a Raw magazine from September and October '97 with the main man on the cover here, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That one looks really cool. I really enjoyed this one. And on the back, it is an advert for the "Cause Stone Cold Said So" VHS, with the, I think it must have been the first WWE release that was rated TVM, and there was no cut, you know, no bleeps, you know, no cutaways or anything. So that would have been a mad if you were a fan back then. There's Dustin, the young stud that just had a 5-star match against his younger brother. So mad. So there you go. There's, I love that one. So things like that, like what a cool cover. It's really current for the time of September, October '97. You know, that's kind of what I was after, classic magazines like that. Here's another one. This one was from January '02. And I like this one because not only, this is still when I was going through the Undertaker thing, trying to get Undertaker ones on the cover and stuff. But this is very fascinating because it's a WWE magazine that came out in 2002 that was still WWF. So they're about to go through that whole transition, but it's right before they did so. So this is Then and Now. Would the legends of the past thrive in the present? And as we sort of section on Andre against Taker, and we had Greg Valentine against Kurt Angle, I believe, was one of them on here. This comes with a Stone Cold poster and a Deborah poster. Also advertising a few of the new releases at the time. All that stuff, absolutely fascinating. I don't know why I find it fascinating, I just do. There's Stone Cold in his legs. Stone Cold wearing heels. But I think, you know, wrestling fans and people who are kind of nerds, geeks for kind of old stuff like this, and even like old movie trivia and old TV shows, and even I know like a lot of football fans, like American football fans as well, especially American football fans, even baseball fans, like classic things like classic jerseys, classic trading cards, classic posters are kind of out there, and kind of, you know, people like collecting them. So I guess my new thing is classic magazines. Now, as I was looking through the, you know, on eBay and Amazon and things like that, I found a seller that has like a massive collection of Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines. So I thought I'd buy one from them because it was free postage on that. And it came like this. So this is Pro Wrestling Illustrated Supercards 98. Now this, ladies and gents, this is how you package a feckin' magazine. It's bolded at the back. It's in a lovely cellophane cover. These ones just came in your usual mailing envelope things, and they're fine, you know, they're protected well, they get bubble wrap on them and stuff. But these were like double wrapped. They've got its own wee case. You've got the date of the magazine. This one's from August 98. And I love the fact that it's not just WWE. Of course, PWI covers everything. So you've got Sting and Hogan on there. And you get Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow on here. That's how you feckin', you know, ship magazines, you know what I mean, and beautiful things. So I was so happy with this, and I was like, it's beautiful. I was over at the window trying to get good lighting and stuff. I was like, it's so beautiful, this cover. I went on to the same seller and I bought 3 more, and I said, that's it for just now. Save your money until maybe another month down the line and collect a few more. And I found these 3 as well. Check this one out right here. Who is that young stud there? This one is from January of 2000. And we have a Chris Jericho one on the cover. And I love the blue. I love the generic wrestler pose. Look how young he is. I've not even looked through this, because these came through today, so I've not even looked through, but it's, you know, it's packaged the same way. When you see that and you're a collector, you're like, thank the Lord. So there's Jericho on that one, and the other 2 that I got was this one from May 99. And this one is, who holds the key to WrestleMania 15? Answer. None of the above. And you've got, this is also partly my Taker thing, so you get Taker there, Rock, Mankind, Kane, Vince and Austin, and I think I Sting up there covered up by the sticker, but he's got the red paint on. Like things like that I love, you know, what was going on in the wrestling world. This one's great as well. This one is from August 2000, and this is Supercards 2000. I like the idea of the Supercards one, kind of documenting big springtime, late spring pay-per-views. So we got The Rock here, says The Rock's Rage. We also have Sid versus Jarrett, and Crazy gets the gold. So we got one from each big promotion there. So that's great. I don't know who's up there. Rob Van Dam. You can't even see because it's covered, but there you go. Spring Spectacular, special collector's issue. Absolutely fascinating. And this is a new random thing that I have going on in my life. So there you go. There's those ones. All the ones that I found. These are the ones I was talking about. Here is my Undertaker one that I found from WrestleMania 13. And I bought this at a Comic Con, and it is in tremendous condition considering the fact that it's 22 years old this month. So it's promoting Raw in the back there. This was good. This is like the ideal, you know, we're looking for Undertaker magazines. And I can show you in a second where I got that idea just to collect Undertaker magazines. This is the Rock one I was telling you about. This one is from January 99, and it is the People's Magazine. Again, I got this at Comic Con a few years ago, which is cool. We have a Pro Wrestling Illustrated PWI 500, I believe, for 2013. Yes, November 2013, when Cena was #1 again, I think for the 3rd time. They're always fun to look through. They always kind of remind me of the WWE UK tours, because they came out in like November time. But there's Cena on the cover. This one is the Joyful 3-timer. Yeah, 3 times Cena was #1. And this one is one I found, and that I kind of made famous a lot when I was younger, showing my friends and stuff. This is PWI 500 from 2011, when The Miz, of all people, was ranked at #1. And it was such a big deal, the fact that I attended an autograph signing with Miz and Truth back in November 2011, and Miz signed this for me. So this is hand signed by The Miz when he was rated #1. You can see it's beat up here from being in my bag, and just like the wear and tear. But I kind of like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of like the fact that they're all kind of not them all, but a lot of them are kind of ripped and stuff. So #1 was Miz in 2011. This is kind of graded on like kayfabe stuff, like wins and losses, but also your performance in the ring, how much you get over with the fans, drawing ability, promos, merchandise, things like that. It's kind of like a shoot take and a kind of kayfabe take. So that's why I kind of like the PWI ones for the 500 ratings. Always blows my mind. How do they get 500 wrestlers every year? I don't know, but that one's amazing. That one's like a really close to home one. In fact, it's autographed. And speaking of autographed, this is a WWE magazine from November 13. And in November 13, I met this man, Daniel Bryan, so he autographed this as well. Do you know what? I just had a mad epiphany. I've got upstairs on my wall in a frame a magazine from like April 2010. It's got like John Morrison on the cover, Cody Rhodes, whatever happened to him, Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston, current WWE champion, and it's autographed by a bunch of folk. Drew McIntyre's autographed it, Ted DiBiase Jr. autographed it, Cody Rhodes autographed it, and John Morrison. and it's like 4 autographs on the one cover of the magazine, and it's a frame, so that's cool. But I love the fact getting, you know, autographs on magazines. Imagine I met Jericho, could get that old PWI one autographed. This one's a total random. It's not even a wrestling magazine. This is a Game Master magazine with Stone Cold Steve Austin on the cover, promoting Legends of WrestleMania, which I actually enjoyed, but didn't get a lot of high praise. But this is from April 2009, so it's the same month he went into the Hall of Fame. So I must have got that at the time. The idea behind the Undertaker collection, like just buying like Undertaker magazines with him on the cover, came from this, when this was actually a hobby of mine, and it was CM Punk magazines. Now this is something I made back in 2013, 14, before he split, just like I'm splitting. And these are just all magazines from WWE, PWI, Fighting Spirit magazine, Powerslam, with Punk on the cover. I just made it a mission to get them all. So this is the PWI, where he was ranked number 1, right at the front of the folder. First thing you see when you open it, there he is, Mad Phil, the UFC fighter, on the Pro Wrestling magazine at number 1 of 500 in 2012, I believe. Yeah, November 2012. That was his year. So it's cool he was number 1. So again, they're always fun to look through. So that's front and centre of the folder. But then we have, I'll do my best to show you here, but then we have WWE magazines with Punk on the cover. There's one from WWE 13 when he was on the cover of the game. Just more here. Then we go to Fighting Spirit magazines. The Peak of, no wait, that's not the Peak of Punk. The next one is the Peak of Punk. The next one is the Peak of Punk. That's from, it doesn't tell you when it's from, but that was issue 88, if that means anything to you, probably not. There's more Punk stuff on there. Then we move to Powerslam, the return of CM Punk. That's when he came back at Payback, I believe, in 2013. The real stars of the show, I like that one with Punk and Taker. That's kind of the reason I kind of celebrated that one. Punk versus Rock at the Royal Rumble. That would have been from January of 13, or maybe just December of 2012. There's another Powerslam with him on the cover. So this became a thing. I was just collecting loads of ones with Punk on the cover. The Powerslam 50, not quite as impressive as the PWI 500. I love this one. It's a knockout from Money in the Bank 2011. Cena up on his shoulders. And then we have the Powerslam 50 from, I believe, 2009, because we have AJ and Joe from TNA there as well. You get Desmond Wolfe and Kurt Angle. I love their matches. Also known as Nigel McGuinness, obviously. So these were cool, man. This is kind of what prompted me to go, let's just start an Undertaker collection, because I had all them. So that's cool. Then I found this big bad boy here, this big folder. I believe these are all WWE magazines. This might be a good one to turn the camera around. Okay, I'll turn the camera around for this one, and we will see what we can find here. But yeah, there we go. There's all the ones from hand I can show you. Really cool ones like this. We have random ones as well, but collectible ones like this, and the Miz autograph, and the ones I've been buying, like that Jericho covers, is mad. So let's turn the camera around and let's have a look at the WWE back catalogue we have in the big folders. Okay, so you can see the mess we're creating here, but that's okay. We're loving every moment of this. This is a blue folder full of old WWE magazines. These were the ones that I used to show off on my YouTube channel back in the day when I was younger. Here's one from November 2007, I believe. And it says Holiday 07, so I'm assuming that sort of thing. Jericho on the cover. Then we have Best of 07, so this is from earliest to most recent. I think it takes us up to about 2009. I could be wrong there. There's Best of 07, the Brawls, Betrayals, and Breakout Superstars of the Year. And it's just so funny, like, looking back at this sort of stuff and reading it through a different pair of goggles, and now just like hindsight being 2020, and now like understanding the business in a total different way. I love this one. I love this cover. Check that out there. The Rush Hour 3 magazine. No, the Rush Hour 3 DVD being advertised in the back of WWE magazine. Mental worlds colliding for me. No Escape, No Surrender. Can Jeff Hardy break out and win Championship Gold? So that's from February 08. He didn't win the title for another fucking year in December, but I love that cover. This is kind of when the cover started getting ridiculous, like Triple H fucking destroying the road with a sledgehammer. There's Dusty Rhodes, baby. This is the thing I was talking about earlier, but it was from WrestleMania 24, these four here. I only got the one, because it was a part-timer back then, clearly. But then a year later, I managed to get all 4 fucking covers. I like this one too. This one had a lot of backstage pictures that you never sort of saw before social media was massive. April 08, around WrestleMania 24 time. We have Edge on the cover of this one. Edge is locked, loaded, and taking aim. Interesting. May 08, that one is. Triple H breaks out, promoting Night of Champions, I believe. Yes, up top there. This one is June 08. Very interesting. Oh, I remember this one vividly. Rey Mysterio, July 2008. Undertaker's Revenge, September 08. Winners and Losers of the Year, November 2008. Cena's back, that is Holiday 2008. I believe he came back at that Survivor Series against Jericho. Rey Mysterio, I'm not the underdog, I'm nobody's victim. I am your next champion. I wonder if he actually said that, or just, it seems very nicely written. December 08, and Best of 2008, that was a good one. I like the fact that I had categories. What was that one? Hottest ladder match, breakout star, fan favourite, most improved, Evan Bourne. Interesting. Then we're moving on to February 2008, another cool Jeff Hardy cover. Behind the scenes, this is March 2009. And then another WrestleMania 25 fucking magazine. So I've got 5 in total, April 09. And then we have Batista Strikes Back from June 09. And let's smoothly and swiftly make the change to this folder here. This black one. And we pick up right where we left off. I love this one. This is one of my favourite ones because at the time, in July 2009, I was a massive Randy Orton fan because that's when he was doing the legacy stuff. We have this one, Rey Mysterio, Lift Off. I feel like it's the same people on the covers. I suppose that's how you sell them. August 09. That's a cool cover. Jeff Hardy, the 10th anniversary of SmackDown Collector's Edition from September 09. Cena on here, the WWE IQ test, very interesting. Strike Zone, John Cena drops a bombshell, and it's a doozy! October 09. The Untold History of WWE, Mr. McMahon reveals everything. Something tells me that's a fib. This was, it doesn't tell me when this was from. That's an interesting one. This one's from November 09, the end of DX, an unthinkable conclusion to the greatest team ever. So this is obviously Mike was about to go and do his retirement match, which was built ridiculously well. Superstar Survey, another cool Taker cover. This is from December 09, moving into 2010, January 2010, with the Best of 2009 WWE Magazine Awards. That's cool. The nominees are those lads, but for what? We don't know. Avenging Angel. Oh, this is stuck. Avenging Angel. Rey Mysterio again on the cover, February 2010. Mr. McMahon on the cover of this one. Vince McMahon's WrestleMania winning ticket. Interesting, that's from March 2010. This one was cool. Okay, so in 2010, April time, around WrestleMania 26, they released 26 alternate covers. And again, I decided to get the one. Look who I got, Taker. So almost as if I knew one day I would collect Undertaker magazine specifically. So that's cool. The WrestleMania 26 Taker variant. So you see them all down here. I believe there's a Drew McIntyre one here, which is ridiculous. Yeah, look. The Chosen One. Now the Scottish Psychopath. You get Christian, Punk, Jericho. So that's a really cool one. Cena again, Champ Unhinged. Can anyone stop Cena this summer? That's a cool title. June 2010. Orton Viper Strike from July 2010. The King Returns. August 2010. This is when it became a thing. September 2010 with Cena here. There's Miz. It's nice to see Miz on the cover. Shock and Awesome. That is from October 2010. This is 2010, the year in photos. That's a cool one to have. Another Taker magazine, which is great. November 2010. That's a cool cover. And then we have Airstrike. Mysterio goes nuclear. How many times have we had a similar Rey Mysterio cover? And that does it for the WWE magazines. I don't know. I believe that might have been the last WWE magazine ever. I don't know. I've not seen them like anywhere in shops or online or anything. But again, magazines are so out of fashion now. It's obviously the cool thing for me to collect old ones. Let's make a wee change here and I'll quickly show you while we're here. I might as well. I've rambled on so long anyway. I might as well show you my Powerslam collection. These became my monthly ones as well. Something happened with Powerslam. Like, I believe they were like, did they turn out to be bastards or something? I can't remember. This is one that I started drawing on when I was younger, obviously. That was daft to me. Finally, it was Vince versus Brett, so that was obviously 2010 sort of time. Bye-bye Batista, right after he quit and became a jabroni in Hollywood. Climbing the ladder, got Miz winning Money in the Bank there. Goodbye Edge, so obviously a wee bit of a jump there, right after WrestleMania 27. Del Rio, Destiny Fulfilled, after winning the WWE title, it's a cool one. Triple H, Large and in Charge, that's when it was announced he was the CEO. There's The Rock returning, returns to the WWE to team with John Cena at Survivor Series, that was such a big deal. WrestleMania, Here I Come for Sheamus winning the Rumble in 2012. Rock again here. That's a rip Polly Pocket, I need to get that sorted. We got Lesnar's return. That was such a big deal. Two Sides of John Cena. Randy Orton suspended, that one's all ripped and stuff. Got Gail Kim in the back of that one. H humbled by Brock Lesnar. Interesting. That's after obviously SummerSlam in 2012. Star of the show being The Rock as always. And then we have From Austin to Cena. Sort of main man cover. And there you have it. So that's where we stand right now. With the Punk magazines and the old WWE ones. The new ones that I'm buying. The Daniel Bryan autograph. And these ones that I've started collecting now that I'm over the moon with. And obviously this could be a trend that just stops. But right now it's kind of what I'm into. So I guess I thought it'd be fun to show you guys these. It's kind of fun to have a look through them as well. So always a pleasure to kind of share them with you guys. So thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody's well. Let me know if you have any classic magazines that you feckin' love and are fascinated by and think are just beautiful, man. So, yep, thank you very much for watching. Hope this wasn't too ridiculous and boring, but until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of the people around you, and take it easy. Signing off from WWE Magazine headquarters, it apparently looks like, here in the, what do we call this place? Good Bit Studios, that's what we call this place. Thanks for watching, take care, bye!